Good morning, students. Welcome to our YouTube channel. As you all know that we are dealing with first unit, that is noun, and we have completed 2 exercise. Now moving forward to exercise number 3. So this is your syllabus book, and we are doing unit number 1, noun, and focused exercise A and practice exercise A we have completed. Now it's time to go for practice exercise B. So today we will start from practice exercise B. And that exercise is about, instruction is underline the concrete nouns and circle the abstract noun in each of the following lines. So here 7 sentences are given and you are told to underline the concrete noun. So if you find any concrete noun from the sentence, so you have to underline that, and if you find an abstract noun from the sentence, so you have to circle that abstract noun. And the first sentence is, PU is going to the beach during the vacation. PU is going to the beach during the vacation. So here we have 3 nouns, this PU word, beach and vacation. And remember, if you find concrete noun, so you have to underline that. So this PU is a proper noun, and proper noun is a part of concrete noun, so we will underline this PU. After that we have this beach word, that is common noun and that is a part of concrete noun, and abstract noun we have this vacation. So we will underline this abstract noun. So this way you have to do in your book, but please use pencil, don't use pen. So underline concrete noun and circle abstract noun. Second one is, the weather is so pleasant today, the rain makes me feel happy. The weather is so pleasant today, the rain makes me feel happy. So here we have weather, rain and happy. So happy is our abstract noun. First we go for rain, that is concrete noun, and here it is abstract noun, and weather also we have abstract noun. Number 3, there is a pain in her right shoulder. There is a pain in her right shoulder. So 2 words we have which suggest noun, that is pain and shoulder. So pain we have abstract noun, so we'll circle that. And shoulder we have concrete noun, so we'll underline that. Next is, the beauty of the cathedral overwhelmed me. The beauty of the cathedral overwhelmed me. So 2 words which suggest noun. first is beauty, and beauty is abstract noun, so there is circle that, and cathedral is concrete noun. Number 5 is there are people dying of hunger in many parts of the world, and here you are wasting food. So here also we have 4 nouns. There are people dying of hunger in many parts of the world. And here you are wasting food. So people is concrete now. So we'll underline that. After that, hunger is our abstract noun. So we'll circle that. World is also abstract, that is concrete noun, so as food. So we have 3 concrete noun and 1 abstract noun. Number 6 is, excuse me, what is the time by your watch? What is the time by your watch? And here time is our abstract noun. We can't see, touch, and we can't have that hard substance of time. So time is our abstract noun and watch is our concrete noun. Number 7 is her love for travel and meeting new people is what makes her perspective so different. So number 7, her love for travel and meeting new people is what makes her perspective so different. Here we have this love word, that is abstract noun. After that we have people, that is concrete noun, and we have perspective, that is also concrete noun. So this is practice exercise B, and this way we can identify that abstract noun and concrete noun from the sentences. Now moving forward to extension exercise A and B. exercise A. And what to do in that? Fill in the blanks with appropriate abstract noun derived from the words in the bracket. So here 8 sentences are given with bracket. In bracket, simple word or you can say noun is given. Now what you have to do? You have to make that word or you have to form an abstract noun from that word. It means, see, suppose friend is given. So we know that friend is a common noun. So if we want to make this friend word as an abstract noun, so we need suffixes to add. So here we add she and it becomes friendship. And this friendship is our abstract noun. Just like that, here we have king and we add suffix dom, so it becomes kingdom. And this kingdom is an abstract noun. So this way, with the help of suffix, we will make abstract noun of this exercise. So let's start that. Number 1, Martin Luther King Jr. fought against blank. Race word is given and we will make race word racism. So here we have added ISM suffix. Second is we should condemn act of blank. Hate is given and the abstract of hate is hatred. So we added RAT suffix. Number 3, Maya is very naughty but her mother has so much blank. She never scolds her. In bracket, patient is given. Patient is given there and we need to make that abstract noun of that patient and that abstract noun is patience. Patience we can't count, patience we can't see, patience we can't touch. So that's why it is called abstract noun. Number 4 is Anam said, your blank means the world to me. So here friend is given as we did just that a friendship is abstract noun. Number 5, Nelson Mandela believed in universal blank. Brother is given. So we need suffix would to make it abstract noun. So it becomes brotherhood. We here added HOOD. A sari is usually 5 meters in blank. Long is given. An abstract noun of long is length. Number 7, blank is the best policy. Honest is given. And honesty is abstract noun. Jaya went to the goldsmith to check the blank of her gold ornaments. Pure word is given and the right answer is purity. So this way we have made abstract noun from the common noun. The next is exercise B. Which is on page number 11. And what to do with this? Fill in the blanks with the correct uncountable nouns from the brackets. So there are 2 options are given in bracket. We have to find out uncountable noun from the bracket. First is father is packing his blank for the vacation. Trousers and trousers are given. Right word is trouser. Second is the robbers took away the blank. Golds and gold. See, we don't have plural form of gold. Could you provide me some blank about the train schedules? Informations and information. Information always go without S. Don't play with blank. Scissors or scissor. So right one is scissors. Number 5 is, Grandma, did you find your blank? Spectacles and spectacles. So right one is spectacle. So this way we have completed these 5 blanks, and in the nearby bracket it is given some common nouns such as clothes, jeans, spectacles and scissors can only be used in their plural form. There are some more. See, clothes, jeans, spectacles, scissors, trousers, glasses, pants, pliers. These are used in their plural forms. So this is extension exercise B, and with that we have completed our first unit here. Now you have all the answers of first unit, and please remember you need to use pencil only, don't use pen. Now moving forward to unit number 2, that is pronoun. Second unit, that is pronoun. So we can say what is pronoun first. Pronoun is, we can say, pronoun is a part of noun. We can use pronoun instead of noun. A word which can be used instead of noun is called pronoun. A word which can be used instead of noun, or if you can say in place of noun, is called pronoun. See, example is, she is Sima. Those are her flowers. Next is, the books kept on the table are mine. You can use some of them. So here you have 2 examples with pronoun, and where we have used pronoun, let me give you. See, she is Sima. So here we are talking about the Sima girl. Now, as you know, this Sima word is proper noun, And our definition is a word which can be used instead of noun. It means here we get our noun. Now those are her flowers. So here we use pronoun, that is her. And instead of which word we have used pronoun, instead of Seema we have used her. That's why that her is our pronoun in the sentence. Now the books kept on the table are mine. So here again we have mine pronoun. It is called possessive pronoun because here someone is telling that those books belong to them. You can use some of them. And here this them word we have used instead of books, and books is over here now. So instead of the book word we have used them. So this is our pronoun. So this way we can use pronoun instead of, or you can say in place of noun, that is called pronoun. Now there are many types of pronoun, and those types are kinds of pronoun. So here we have pronouns, and these are pronouns different types. First is personal pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun. Relative pronoun. Interrogative pronoun. Indefinite pronoun. Possessive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun. So these are the types of pronoun. Mainly this first is personal pronoun, after that demonstrative pronoun, after that relative pronoun, interrogative pronoun, indefinite pronoun, possessive pronoun and reflexive pronoun. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 types of pronoun, and we will deal those 7 types in this unit. Let's start from personal pronoun. First is personal pronoun. Rules. Personal pronoun type of pronoun which are used in place of noun. Second, they may function as a subject and an object in these sentences. So here is the definition of personal pronoun. Personal pronouns are those type of pronouns which are used in place of noun. They may function as a subject or as an object in the sentence. It means you may find personal pronoun as a subject or as an object in the sentences. Now what are those personal pronouns? So those are example for I, we, you, he, she, it, they, me, us, you, him, her, them. These are called personal pronouns. See, these are used as a subject or these are used as an object from the sentence. I, we, you, he, she, it, they, and me, us, you, him, her, them. These are called personal pronouns. Now, how to use these in the sentence? And the example is there are two types of personal pronoun. And those types are subjective personal pronoun and second objective personal pronoun. Now what is subjective personal pronoun and what is objective personal pronoun? So subjective personal pronoun is pronoun that refer to subject are called subjective personal pronoun. It means pronoun which we can use as a subject in the sentence are called subjective pronouns, that is I, she, he, it, they, we and you. These are called subjective personal pronoun. And on the contrary, a pronoun which we can use as an object in the sentence are called objective personal pronoun. Objective personal pronoun Second type is objective personal pronoun. And definition is the pronouns that refer to an object is called an objective personal pronouns. And those are me, her, him, us, them. These are called objective personal pronoun. Now one sentence. We play with them. Here is one sentence, and here we have objective and subjective both pronoun. Here this we is our subjective pronoun and them is our objective pronoun. So this is subjective pronoun and this is objective pronoun. So this is the information of personal pronoun. There are two types of personal pronouns, subjective and objective, and now you have examples and all the information about that pronoun. So this is for today. Now we will meet again with another types of pronoun in next session. Now it's time to give you homework, and your today's homework is write 10 sentences including subjective and objective pronoun. You have to write 10 sentences, and subjective and objective both pronouns must be there in your sentences. Okay, so we'll meet again. Thank you.